Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box that's right there, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, that just means you're catching the replay. Good morning, y'all. I got on by the skin of my teeth. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was prepping for my project until a minute ago. So do me a huge favor, hit that heart button and comment the word home to get the supply list. And make sure you are in the broadcast channel. I'm actually going to send out a notification that I'm live over in there. And that's going to be the best way to know when I'm live, because I will send out a message in that broadcast channel when I'm live. And I also share like discount codes and deals and sales and stuff like that. So let me get this shared into there and we will get started. So like I was telling y'all right before I went live, I literally, the cutout I'm going to use tonight, I pulled off the laser and ran over here and pressed live. So it just came off the laser. I'm hoping it's going to work. I think it will. But sorry if I seem like a little like, I was afraid I wasn't going to make it. So we have this rectangle beaded frame that we're going to paint, and we're going to add the Groovy Home transfer to it. And we're going to make it a little boho chic. At least that's what I'm hoping, you know? So we are going to paint the backboard first. Good morning, y'all. And then we're going to figure out at the end what color we should paint our beads. But this is available on my website. So if you comment the word home and go check your messenger, the link to this guy is the first link in the message, okay? But I'm going to put that over there because we're going to paint our backboard. And we're going to paint it with my favorite color to paint with, which is, y'all know what my favorite color to paint with is for stuff like this. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Stephanie. Good morning, Natalie. Hello. Hello. Do y'all know? I'm sure most of y'all do. Let me grab a bigger paintbrush so we can get this covered quicker than what I had by using a smaller brush. Do y'all know what's my favorite color to paint with before I show y'all? Anybody know? Little sneak peek, it's vanilla. I know, I have a laser. I mean, a laser. Duh, Lisa, I have a laser. I have a thunder laser. I've got a thunder laser. I started out my laser business with a Glowforge, and then I quickly needed a second one. And then I outgrew my 2 Glowforges fairly quickly, and I got my thunder. Vanilla, there y'all are. Good morning. Y'all, I'm almost done with my second jar of vanilla. I pulled out my last jar that I have in hand. So this is what I need to purchase today is some more vanilla. I personally like this better than bright white. But that's just me. But I'm not going to paint it perfectly because I do want some of that wood to show through. So if you're like, you're not covering it, I know. Good morning, Nancy. Hello, y'all. And I am presenting for Craft Around the Clock. So if you're not, I meant to link that, but y'all, I literally got on live by the skin of my teeth. But if you're not in the Craft Around the Clock group, you need to be. It is amazing. Lots of awesome, thanks, Pat. Lots of awesome presenters. Lots of crafting ideas. It's a great group. All right, I'm going to open up my other jar. Okay. I go through vanilla. This came out, when did this come out? In July, I think. And I've been through, this is my third or fourth jar. Good morning, Donna. Hi, Ocean Breeze. How are you, my friend? I love this color. It's my favorite, like whitish to paint with. But we're going to not make this perfect because I want it to be a little vintagey, chicy. What am I even talking about? Vintagey, rustic. So it's okay if it's not perfect. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I appreciate that, my friend. Yes, y'all. If you are new, please say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. If you've never seen me before, my name is Alex. I live in Texas. I'm in the San Antonio area. And before I started doing this full time, I was a teacher. Nancy, I don't think I've lost any weight recently. I don't know. My scale actually ran out of batteries, and then I put new batteries in, and it's not in there. It's not in there. It's not working. So I honestly have no clue. Hi, Janet. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Bell's Craft. I didn't see the rest of your name. Hello, Brenda. Okay. Note to self, I need to buy more of these because if I went in with this guy, this would have taken me forever. Yeah, the vanilla's more rustic. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's dry this and then see where it needs a little bit more. Hello, y'all. I'm just over here yapping. But thank you so much, Nancy. I don't know if I've lost any. I don't know if I've lost any more. Maybe I have. But thank you. That's a great way to start a Thursday morning. I appreciate that, my friend. Okay, so we are going to dry this. I'm trying to decide if I want to cover it a little bit more or leave it. Hi, Michelle. It has been a while. How are you? Well, thank you, Nancy. Good morning, Miss Doreen. Good morning. Y'all, Texas or San Antonio is about to get a cold snap, and us Texans are not good with, or South Texans, I mean all Texans, but us Southern Texans, it's about, the high is like 32 on Monday. Ew. Y'all probably who live up north are like, girl, that's nothing. I think it was yesterday Miss Shannon told me that's like spring weather for her. Alright, let's get this dry, and then I got a little heavy in some areas. So I'm just going to wipe it. But I think that looks pretty good. We want to make sure that this is completely dry because we're going to put this transfer down. And y'all, there's so many fun things you can do with this transfer. We're going to put this transfer down, but this part has to be completely dry before we do that. Because if it's still a little tacky or wet, when I go to pull off my transfer, it's going to pull off the color as well. Let's see, it's good. Ah. I know, Shannon, I haven't been live Thursday mornings in a while. It'll be negative. Diane, no thank you. I wish it would rain. I know, Barbara. I'm so sorry. Are you near the fires? Maybe rowdies aren't good. Probably not. Good morning, Robbie. Good morning, Sweetie's Creations. We're supposed to get more snow. Good morning, Barb. Our Monday is going to... Y'all are probably like over here, girl, 32 is nothing. Well, compared to those numbers, 32 degrees is nothing. Okay, so this is the thing I really like about vanilla, is that it actually covers fairly well. So right here where I thought, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but right here where I kind of put the chalk paste on a little thinner, it was more see-through, and now that it's drying, it's not as see-through, I guess, is how I would put it. Good morning, Love It's Garden. I moved to Iowa to get away from this. When I wear shorts and flip-flops, y'all are bundled up like an Eskimo, and just say you aren't freezing. That's funny. Oh, okay. The devastation is just crazy for the fires. I can't believe it. That's a heat wave for us. It was 8 degrees. Ooh, no, thank you. Y'all, it hits 40 and people are bringing out their hats and scarves here in San Antonio. All right, I think we're pretty much dry. All right, I know that took a while, but here's our board. It is not painted perfectly by any means. I did that on purpose. Now, if you don't like this look, by all means, paint it completely to where it's fully covered, okay? I'm just here to kind of to give you some inspiration, okay? I know, Love It's Garden. I know. I'm at work. Okay, Sharon, shh. I don't know why I'm telling you to be quiet. Or myself, I don't know, y'all. Okay, so we painted this. Now we're going to wax it. You want to wax before you put a transfer on top, okay? Because if you go and put your transfer on top of this, it can pull up the paint, and you don't want that. So wax is going, oh my gosh. Ugh. Wax is going to give it like a little protective layer. Now, I've had this can of wax for quite some time, and it's a little bit on the drier side. So I just soften it back up with my heat tool to make it where, oh, okay, tell me, are y'all watching from work? Put a heart in the comments if you're watching at work. I always like to know. Good morning, Pat. When I was teaching, I always tried to watch like on my breaks and stuff. Obviously with teaching, I can't really watch while I'm teaching children, but hello, y'all. Y'all do me a huge favor. Hit that follow button, and that blue number, that bottom number, will actually move. I'm trying to hit 14.6 by the end of the month. Hi, Barb. Barb's watching from work. Michelle is working from home. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Michelle. That's real nice. Kim is watching from work. You just left work to watch me? Lynette, don't get in trouble. Carol and Samantha are watching from work. Y'all, don't get yourselves in trouble. Don't do it. I don't want to be the reason you get in trouble. Just joking. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are so awesome. It is moving while you work from home. Good morning, Roslyn. Hello. Okay, so this is a silkscreen transfer. It's like a stencil, but it does have a silkscreen wherever you see through it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off the backer. We're going to save the backer sheet. Hopefully I don't lose it. If you're new here, y'all, I lose the backer sheet constantly. Thank you, Sandy, working from home. Hi, Lisa. And I'm going to fuzz. So what this is going to do is it's going to add a little bit of lint to the back of my transfer to make it a little less sticky. And you're probably like, Alex, isn't that the point? Isn't it supposed to be sticky? Yes, but you don't want it to be too sticky. I need to write y'all excuse letters. I'm more than happy to do that. But you want to add a little bit of lint to the back to make it a little less sticky, because if your transfer is too sticky, it's going to stick really well to your surface, which isn't a problem. But when you go to pull up your transfer, it can stretch the transfer. It can pull up the paint on your board. It can pull up the wood grain if you're using a wood surface. And you don't want that, because these are reusable and you want to be able to reuse it. So, watching from Pennsylvania. Linda, I'm so sorry. You just got a message that you weren't supposed to. My little robot decided to send you a message. But y'all, hit the heart button for me and comment the word home. And you'll get the supply list and all things about all the stuff I'm using will be right there. So, obviously my board is a little bit bigger, and let me back up so y'all can see what I'm doing. Maybe, if I can move this. All right, so obviously my board is bigger than my transfer. And I need to make sure, and I just broke that. Look, I just broke it. It's okay. It'll glue back together. And when I glue this, I want to make sure that my frame is going to fit, that everything will be seen even though the frame is on there, okay? So if you get this, be very careful. I just broke it. It's not a big deal because when I glue it, you won't be able to tell. But I need to move it more to the right. So I'm just checking the spacing. There we go. I made that really difficult. You know, but what else is new? When does Alex not make it harder on herself? Okay. So let's check this again and see. I'm just making sure it's straight and and it's centered. All right, that's going to be covered just a little bit, but I think it works. What size is that? Lisa, this board, the backer board, is a 13 by 9. It's a 13 by 9. So I did originally, the reason why I pulled this off the laser right before I got online is because I originally made it 12 by 18, which is the size of the transfer, but I didn't account for the border. the beaded border. And so I needed to make it a little bit bigger. So it's a 13 by 9, but it'll fit. It's meant for the transfer. Okay. Okay. So we are going to, there's something right there. We are going to paste and peel. So we're going to work section by section. And we're going to start here and we're going to work our way over. You want to make sure your transfer is completely flat. And let me show you the colors. So we've got pesto, papaya, nominee, eucalyptus, peachy keen, and camel. So these are the color palette that I'm going for, like a boho vintagey vibe. So what I'm thinking, and you'll help me out, I'm thinking the letters in nominee, right? But what color should our big flower be? While we're talking about that, I'm going to start. Okay. I'm hoping we can finish this. Hi, Suzanne. Hopefully I can open this. There we go. What color should our big old flower be? I'm kind of thinking papaya, but I'm down for whatever y'all think. So I'm going to go in with my multi-tool. It's a smaller squeegee. You have a little bit more control. I like to use this tool when I'm doing more of a detailed work transfer. That way I don't get my paste where I don't want it. Papaya. See, I had a feeling that's what y'all were going to say. All right. Now you could be so detailed in this, but y'all, you could also just do it in 1 or 2 colors. That's okay, Lisa. Thanks for hanging out. So papaya is this orange color. I was thinking papaya or eucalyptus. I think papaya. I think we're going to do papaya. Let me know. I know some of y'all already told me. Let me know where y'all are watching from. We'll do a giveaway. How about that? Let's do a giveaway. All you have to do is comment where you're watching from, and I will pick someone from the comments to win some Happy Mail. So I'm going to get this down. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up. Good morning, Marilyn. I'm going to lift it up and release that paste. So what this is going to do is, this is called a paste and pull. So I pasted and I'm going to pull my transfer up, because let's say I go in and I put all of my paste down. Well, your paste is going to dry by the time you get to the other side. And if your paste dries in your silk screen, when you go to pull this up, it's going to make your art or whatever you created look patchy. And you don't want that. So to prevent that, we paste and peel as we go. So I'm going to lay it back down, but I'm only going to push down on the parts that I have not chalked yet. So that is a little tip for you. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Patty from Denver, North Carolina, Ohio, Wisconsin. I don't know why I said it like that. Let's see, Vermont, Louisiana. Hi, Kim Sullivan. Alabama, watching from Ohio. Well, welcome on in. Miss Sue Glazer. We're going to do 2 winners. And Miss Sue Glazer and Kim Sullivan. Y'all are some of our winners today. So go ahead and send the page a message saying, hey, I won. And then I will get your giveaway out in the mail soon. Iowa. Hello, y'all. I think this is going to be cute. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up all my colors. So this is, can I ask where you got... I got mine from Michael's, but it's also on Amazon. Dawn, if you comment the word home, okay, that'll send you the supply list, but it'll also send you a link to my Amazon storefront. San Antonio, I'm in San Antonio. It'll send you a link to my Amazon storefront, and it's linked in there. What page it's on, I'm not quite sure. I'm like running out of room here. You know, it'd be helpful if I cleaned up my space. You know, that might be helpful. Hi, Tammy. Alrighty, so we got all of our colors out. So I'm thinking we're going to do Peachy Keen for right here. Y'all, I'm a little nervous about how this is all going to turn out, but I think this is going to be really pretty. We're going to do Peachy Keen here. Okay. And I'm really trying hard not to mix in some of that gold. But y'all, if you mix some of your colors, it's not the end of the world. It's handmade, so it's not supposed to be perfect. Good morning, Cindy's Creations. The word today is home. The word today is home. And y'all join the broadcast channel, which is linked down below. So send a message because it'll get lost in the comments. So send me a message. What was I saying? Join the broadcast channel because I am going to give a discount code on this cutout for today only. But you have to be in the broadcast channel to get that code. All right, so I'm going to go in with Peachy Keen here. So Peachy Keen is a light pink. It's really pretty. And I apologize if I'm missing comments. I'm just trying to get this on here. Okay. So we will do the center of this flower. And you want to pick up that extra paste. And I'm going to do that center of that flower in Nominee. Okay. Looks good. All right, we're going to pull it up. Ooh, y'all, what do y'all think so far? Look at that. It's so pretty. I'm loving it. All right, and then we're going to go in with pesto. We're going to kind of use pesto and eucalyptus as our green colors for the greenery. So I'm going to kind of just do it however. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of eucalyptus here. Like so. And I'm going to use eucalyptus down here. Okay, we're going to lift. Oh, let me pick up that extra. Lift it. Oh, y'all, this is going to be cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, we're going to finish the bottom of that H. And y'all be thinking what color we should do the beaded frame. I'm kind of thinking brown, but just stain it. That's where my thought is going. And then I'm going to use camel for the little dots. Okay. And then we'll go in with pesto with these. All right, we got our first little section done. Let's lift. What do y'all think so far? I think that's pretty dang cute. Okay, I am going to go in with I thought I just had one, with a mini squeegee to do this part. So let me know in the comments, is like the boho color scheme your vibe, or what color scheme do you have in your house? I'm more of like a gray, white, gray and white fan, but that's just me. I always like to know what y'all have, because I'm nosy like that. Because I'm nosy. All right, going in with Nominee. This is a metallic gold. It's really pretty. Thanks, y'all. And I apologize if I'm missing comments or questions. I promise I'm not ignoring you. This is just more of a detailed black, white, gray, brown. Yeah. I feel you on that, Miss Lori. I'm kind of the same. Brown and teal. Ooh, brown and teal. Love that. All right. Got that. I really need my other one. Wipe this off. Okay, and I'm going to go in with camel and do the dots up here. And then we got the H pretty much done. Okay, what I can see is that I missed some spots. So I'm going to go back over it and let's lift. Ooh, y'all, that is pretty. I'm in love. All right, let's do the flower. So we're going to do papaya. Was that the vote? Yeah, I think papaya, since we're doing the smaller flowers in the Peachy Keen. So we're going to do papaya right here. Okay. And I'm just using my small squeegee. You can use your multi-tool, but since this is a larger area, it's easier to use a larger squeegee. I mean, personally, I like to use the mini squeegee over the small squeegee. You just have more control over where your color is going. Thanks, y'all. I'm hoping it's going to turn out like I was thinking. But whatever color scheme your house is in, you can do the same thing with this. Now, I know, like I said, this doesn't really match my color scheme in my house, but I wanted to do like a boho color scheme. So, this would look really pretty, I think, just in general. But you can make it to fit your color scheme. You can use acrylic paint to do pouncing method. They do with the stencils. A touch of rose. I don't recommend it just because acrylic paint is thinner than the chalk paste. And I'm afraid that by using acrylic paint, one, if you go in and apply it, it will, oh my gosh, hold on. It will bleed underneath, or it will work, but then your acrylic paint might clog the silk screen, and then you won't be able to use it again. I've never tried acrylic paint with it, but I think it would work. I just would be afraid to ruin the transfer. You know what I mean? You can't wait to see the finished product. Me too. I wish I could just snap my fingers, but this is part of the fun. It's hanging out with y'all and crafting. Okay, put a heart in the comments if you have tried the silkscreen transfers. It doesn't have to be with chalk. Any sort of silkscreen transfers. Have y'all tried them before? Put a heart in the comments. Is he here? I'm down for the count. Oh, no, Miss Yvonne. Is he here? I didn't see his comment if he is. All right. We're going to lift this up. Okay. Thank you, Kim. I got your message. Oh, there he is. Hey, babe. All right. Lay this down. We're going to push down. Oh, trying to decide what color should go in that middle. Everybody say hello to Thomas. Y'all have tried it. Tried it. No, and I have a ton. Tammy, girl, you need to try it. I have a ton of transfers. Well, then a touch of rose, I would try it. I mean, I would try like a small one or one that's maybe not your favorite. And then you can, if it ruins it, then it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Are you off of work, Thomas? All right, I'm going to use eucalyptus. I'm not quite sure what color to use in the center. I think I'm going to do the gold in the center and maybe peachy keen around it. Hi, Patricia. I guess that means he's off of work if he's on his phone. All right, we're going to go in with pesto. I feel like I've tried and it did not work for me. You've tried with the acrylic paint, Ocean Breeze? Oh, okay. What are you going to do? Are you going to go play your game? All right. Let's lift. I'm feeling like I need one more color for the flowers. I don't know if I want all of these to be in that light pink. Okay, so Ocean Breeze has tried it and she said it did not work for her. I personally have not tried it. Y'all, what other color should we use? What other color should we use? We could use some Sunnyside. Would that go? Need to go to the house and change. Oh, gotcha. All right, let's do, I'm just thinking out loud here. We're going to do Peachy Keen down here. Would Sunnyside look good, or should we do a different color, like a different pink? How about a yellow? See, Miss Sandy, you and me on the same page. I'm going to do Peachy Keen over here, even though I literally just said I wasn't going to do that. Yellow, light purple, lavender. We could lighten up a purple. I think purple would be pretty. All right. Good morning, Linda. Yellow. Maybe we just stick with yellow. All right. There's what we've got so far. Hi, Cynthia. How are you, my friend? I think we're going to just stick with the yellow. I think purple would look pretty. You could use berry and add a little bit of white to it, or wisteria. Ooh. I have wisteria. Should we add wisteria? Okay. Purple or yellow? Tell me in the comments. Purple or yellow? I forgot about wisteria. A forgotten color, y'all. Yellow on the inner dot and light purple. Are you talking about right here, babe? Now look at him. Look at him. He got the chicken tail in his favor, and so now he's over here telling me what other color scheme, what other color choices I should do. Purple, 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 yellow, purple. I think purple is the winner. Hi, Tammy. Little flowers on each need, the little flowers on each need middles painted. What? On the H? We've done all of that. Huh? We did all of that. On the H need painted. What? I'm confused. I'm not understanding. Thank you so much for the stars, Anna. I so appreciate that. He's right. Okay, what did you say? Tell me again. What did you say, Thomas? Because I'm not going to scroll up. Okay, so we said wisteria. We'll use wisteria. So we'll do a little bit of purple over here. Thank you, the centers. Oh, are you talking like on the actual board? I was just going to leave it like that. Did you order this one? He may not be here anymore. All right, I'm going to do this in purple. What did he say? Good morning. Yellow, he said yellow and purple, right? So maybe purple in the middle and then yellow around it. I love your personality. When I catch you, you always make me. Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Okay. Oh, okay, yes. Gotcha. What did you say? Yellow and then purple in the middle? Hi, Dewey. Another name I have not seen in a hot second. All right, let me lift this. All right, so there's what we have so far. Yellow on the center. Then what about the outer part of it? That's okay, Michelle. I'm just glad you're here. You don't have to ever apologize. So this is the color Sunnyside. Now this color is not in the chalk link because I wasn't planning on using it. Purple next. Okay. I am going to lift that up because my yellow is a little bit on the drier side, and I'm afraid that it will dry in this purple. Okay. Okay. I couldn't remember. I'm trying to do a lot of things over here. Trying to have conversations, but also trying to craft. And remember what y'all say. The purple is the outer. Okay. All right, let's see how this turns out. Is he going to be right again? I don't know. All right. Pull that across. I did mix a little bit of my colors. Oops. What time is it? I am not going to finish this before my time is up. All right, let's lift. Okay, what do y'all think? Yay or nay? I think it looks pretty cute. Okay, he was right. And I'm sure he's going to say I usually am. Yep, see, I told y'all. I didn't even see that comment to know that's what he was going to say. If he didn't say it, I knew he was going to be thinking it. Oh my goodness. We need to do a live together. Well, that's up to him. That is up to him if he wants to do one. I will not make him do one because this is not for everybody. I will say that. Okay. Let's go in with eucalyptus. And cover this up. And we'll do eucalyptus here. Luckily, the M and the E are going to all be gold, so a lot of that detail is already done. Hi, Angie. I told y'all, I knew that's what he was going to say. I already knew it. I was right. Okay, we'll go in with our camel, and then we'll do the M in our gold. Looks good. And I am going to go in with nominee right around the papaya because I will get that gold all up in there where it's not supposed to be. So I'm just going to kind of do a little, thanks y'all. All right, so this is the color nominee. This is a great color too. I think I prefer this over the shimmer gold. Not I think, I know I do. It's a metallic color, so it'll pop when we take off the transfer. Okay. And we're almost done. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what color should we do our beaded frame. Should we stain it brown or should we make it black? I'm kind of thinking brown. If he does a live, make a shirt for him that says, "See, not a chicken." He's not a chicken. It's just not for everybody, and that's okay. He'll be here this weekend, I believe. So if I go live, I'm sure he'll pop in and say hello, like he did last week. Maybe the last flower do yellow. Maybe we do the big one down here. Should we do this big flower yellow? I think that'd be pretty. All right. Stain brown, brown. A camel frame. Ooh, I didn't even consider camel. Look at you giving me options. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the E. And then all we have left to do are just the little bits and pieces. And then we'll be done, okay? So y'all hit the heart button for me. If you haven't done so, share the video and comment the word home to get the supply list. Even if you don't want the transfer, but you like the board, the beaded frame that I'm using, you can grab that because it's blank. So you can add whatever you want to it. It doesn't have to necessarily be this. He could be in the background telling you, oh, yeah, that he would love to tell me which colors to use. Just sit right here and just monitor what I'm doing. Maybe I'll let him pick out like an entire project. And we'll see. Brown. Oh, I know, Stephanie. I know. I know you are. I don't take any sort of offense to it. I know you're joking, my friend. All right. Pick up all that extra. There's a little air bubble right there, so I'm a little afraid that is the notebook still. Yes, Dawn, it sure is. You have to add, $75 of items to your cart, and then when you go to checkout, it'll be added to your cart. Today is such a nice day. I know, it's so pretty. Hi, Sandra. So, you know how I was telling y'all we don't want our paste to dry on our silk screen? Well, that's exactly what happened right here on this greenery. I didn't pull it up before I started doing the M and the E, and the paste dried, and it looks a little, I'm trying to hold it up. It looks a little patchy. I don't know if y'all can see that greenery right above the M. It looks a little patchy. So that means that my paste dried in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this back down the best I can. And I'm going to add a little bit of water and see if I can push that paste through. Thanks, Kimmy. It's coming together. All right, let's see. No. Nope, nope, nope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if adding more paste and some pressure will help. Now, if this doesn't work, what I can do is clean my transfer, lay it back down, and then just chalk right back on top of it. It helped a little. Not a ton. Let's see here. That one helped. Let's see. Trying to fix it. I'll have to fix it after my live. So that's why you want to paste and pull, because you don't want your stuff to look patchy. That's his thing, y'all. He wants everybody to hydrate his paste. All because I made a post in my VIP group one time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we want to push down on the parts we have not pasted, and it's not because my paste is dry, babe. It's because I took too long to do this, and the paste dried in the silk screen. Just saying. You like that, though? Yeah, I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all once we're done, once I can take it off, what it looks like. And it's really easy to fix. You'll just clean your transfer and then lay it back down and add the color back on top. Okay. Yeah. He's over here saying it's because my paste is dry. It's not. All right, we're going in with eucalyptus. We're almost there, y'all. Just a little bit left, and then we will stain our frame and call it a day. Okay. Let's do eucalyptus right here. Like so. Then we're going to do, it's okay, it still looks good. I think so too. I think so too. All right, we're gonna do a yellow. I shouldn't have done that. I should have lifted it up. Oh well. We're gonna do a yellow flower. I was gonna do a different center, but I don't want that eucalyptus to dry. Okay, peel it up. I know you are. I'm teasing right back. I'm teasing right back. All right, let's do Peachy Keen. Okay, we'll lift. Okay. Last little section, and then we're done. So let's go in with eucalyptus. We'll do a purple flower down here. Let's do wisteria right here. And then we'll do peachy keen right here, and then we'll pull it up, and then we have one last little section, and then we're done. All right, pick up all that extra. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay. It's up. We're going to do our camel dots. I probably should have done, and wisteria right here. And then we're done. Well, not done, but we're done with the transfer. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Thank you so much for the stars. What is the size of the transfer in the board? Diane, this is a 12 by 18 transfer, and the board is a 13 by 19. Ah! Okay, let me just throw this kind of on my backer sheet. I will clean it after my live, but here it is. What do y'all think? Thank you. Good morning, Beverly. What do y'all think? I definitely think we need to stain it brown. Okay. So we have one last step, and then we will be done. Okay. So if you want to get this board, I'm going to give you a code in my broadcast channel to save a little bit of money on it. So make sure you join that. You can join by commenting the word home and checking the message and clicking the link in there. Or you can click the link in the pinned comment. And then, but when you comment the word home, you'll get the links for everything. Thank you. This is the part that I hate, is cleaning up, putting everything away. That's the part that I'm not good at. Okay, close this. That's weird. Okay, I need to clean that before I close it. I have a random, oh, it's for my vanilla. That's what it is. It's like I have a random lid. All right, let me wipe up my hands, and then we'll get it dry. Actually, we'll put it to the side, let it dry, and then we will stain the frame and call it a day. Okay, so here it is. Really pretty. I really, really like it. The colors worked out really beautifully. Now, if you get this, you have to be really careful with the frame. I already broke mine, but when we glue it, it's going to be fine. Okay, when we glue it, it's going to be a-okay. So I'm going to use a baby wipe and the color espresso, maybe, if I can find it. That's bark. We can use bark. Here we go. We're going to use the color espresso. Oh, I like that idea, Michelle. I don't know if he's still here. He probably is not down for that idea, if I had to guess. So when you're staining it, be really careful, be really gentle, because you don't want to break it. But if you break it, you can glue it back together when you put it on your board, okay? Just be really careful handling it. I really like that idea, Michelle. I'm going to present that idea to him if he's not on here, so. He's going to probably tell me, heck no. All right, staining this. Now, you could go darker if you wanted to. You would just dry it and add more. But we did this the other day with our chicken, that's our cutout of the week. This guy, we kind of did a funky looking chicken. I have a new cutout every single week, and this one was the cutout of the week. Ah, you could only, oh my gosh. Oh, Lord. It's a dog. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, y'all. I can't make that up. I couldn't even do that if I tried. Lord. Oh my gosh. It's never boring around here, I'll say that. Typical. That is not nice. Not nice. Let's get this dry. Yep. It was a domino effect. Y'all saw it. Oh, Thomas. He's not even here. Can you come pick that up for me? I'll pick it up. All right, close that up, and then we're going to glue this down, and then we're done. Okay? And I just broke that other half. That's okay. We will glue it together. Okay? It's just because it's such a delicate piece. Oh, there he is. He's driving. You should not be... What the heck? I really broke it, y'all. Goodness. All right. Just trying to get the placement. Turn this over. Use stick fast glue. I really broke this frame. I manhandled this. But that's typically me. Is I'm not always... I'm kind of rough on everything. I didn't, but heard it in the laugh. Yeah. Typical. Like Thomas said, that's par for the course with me. Being a disaster. Yeah, it's just the frame that's the delicate piece. Oh my gosh, Alex. And I did not even glue that straight. Let's see if I can get it off. Well, it is what it is. Well, I had a good idea in theory, y'all, but it'd be helpful if I could glue it straight. I might have to fix it after my live. I did not glue it straight. So the bottom part's not going to be straight. Had I not broken it, it would have been easy. Yes, Diane, as long as I glue it on correctly, it would make it easy, right? But when you don't glue it straight, maybe what I need to do is instead of it being like a rectangle, maybe I do like the sides and the top so it's that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to change it to where if you get this, your pieces, your frame will come in pieces and then you just glue them together that way instead of doing what I did. So that way you don't break it and glue it on up, you know, not straight. Oh my gosh. Come on. This is not working out for me. Okay. Oh my God, Alex. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So if you get this frame, I will make it to where your beaded border is in 4 pieces rather than one large rectangle. That'll prevent it from breaking, and it'll be easier to glue on straight because y'all, I didn't glue it on straight. So now this piece that I broke, it doesn't fit. But there's the idea of it. There we go. Maybe. No. Because I'm embarrassed, one, because I royally effed up this beautiful piece. But it'll be so much easier, I promise, when I make it into 4 pieces rather than a big rectangle. But what do y'all think? Even though it is crooked and broken apart, I think it turned out pretty cute. Thanks, Melinda. So I promise I will make it to where it's easier for y'all to do the border than what I did. Well, it's never boring around here, I will say that. But that's what it'll look like if you do it. I think it turned out pretty cute, other than my broken frame that I messed up. So y'all hit the heart button, comment the word home. Even if you go and purchase the frame now, I will edit the file to where the frame will be a lot easier to put together. Oh, you're so welcome, Miss Beverly. Thank you for crying. Well, you know, I am who I am, y'all. I'm not perfect. Yeah, so comment the word home. You'll get the supply list for all the things that I use, including the frame that I'm going to fix and the transfer. Make sure that you read the entire message. You can join my broadcast channel in there, and you can also you can also join at the very bottom. There's a link to, if you like little snarky and sassy and adult humor sayings. Chalk just released an exclusive line, but you can only access it through that link. So if you go to the very bottom of the message, the last link in the message will be a link directly to that place, where you can go see the sassy and snarky and adult humor sayings over in there. Okay. But there it is, y'all. Didn't turn out, it was going really well up until the frame. But there it is, y'all. Hit that heart button for me. Comment the word home, and I will maybe be on tomorrow. I don't know yet. But as always, go join the broadcast channel. I will put up a discount code in there for y'all to use to grab this guy, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.